Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
His leadership changed Detroit and Wayne County for the better. Sheriff Benny Napoleon is gone, but his legacy of public service won't soon be forgotten.
We're in downtown Northville today, and there's a massive infrastructure project getting underway.
Long awaited.
The town's effort to stay afloat during the pandemic, and it includes free electricity and heat. We'll show you around coming up.
Michigan rolls back some of its current COVID-19 safety measures, but it's not the news the state's struggling restaurants were hoping to hear. The changes to the state's COVID-19 restrictions tops our news here at 6 o'clock.
With several of those rules set to expire this Sunday, Michigan's governor announced this afternoon which ones stay and which ones go. Starting December 21st, high schools can resume in-person learning. Entertainment venues like casinos, bowling centers, and movie theaters can reopen with a capacity of 100 people and no food or drink concessions. There's no change for restaurants as the ban on indoor dining remains in place. This all goes until January 15th, but the governor says more restrictions could be lifted sooner.
If we substantially sustain our progress, we will seriously consider lifting protocols sooner. A lot depends on how the holidays go. If we as a state do the same thing over Christmas that we did over Thanksgiving, and over New Year's Eve, we will be able to move things forward more quickly than if we drop our guard and travel and gather with multiple households. It's really that simple.
Here's a look at today's coronavirus numbers from the State Health Department. There have been 4,180 new cases in the COVID-19 in the past 24 hours. Along with that, we have lost another 66 people to the virus.
A lot of families are wondering about high school sports, so here's how the MHSAA is responding to today's changes. The remaining fall competitions, such as the football playoffs, volleyball tournament, and swimming and diving finals, will take place in early and mid-January.
Indoor winter sports are on pause until at least January 16th. And for now, 2021 spring sports are scheduled to begin on time, with tournament dates set for May and June.
Detroit is mourning one of the greatest public servants and leaders it has ever known, Benny Napoleon.
The sheriff of Wayne County, Napoleon, passed away last night after a long battle with COVID-19. Now, it's been a day of fond remembrances and kind words for a man whose smile was as big as his love for the people he served. His daughter, Tiffany Jackson, took a moment to read the notes and see the flowers outside the Wayne County Sheriff headquarters this morning.
Tiffany says she and her father talked every day and they did everything together. She wants the public to know everything he did was for the greater good of Detroit and Wayne County, and his family appreciates your support.
So yes, I just want to say thank you. I think those words kind of sum up my heart right now, because from the moment that the news broke that my dad had contracted COVID-19 and then that he was hospitalized, the city, the county, everyone was so supportive. It was so many text messages and phone calls and social media posts, and it was just such an outpouring of love and support and prayers. So I just want to say, from my heart to their hearts, thank you.
Well, and today those who knew Benny Napoleon are making sure his many accomplishments are remembered.
Detroit Mayor Mike Duggan said Benny was a one-time political rival, but a friend for 25 years. Duggan recalled a certain high-profile case Napoleon helped solve when he was chief of police.
The city was proud of him, and of course he splashed onto the scene with the Nancy Kerrigan case, and everybody was so proud of the way that case was handled and resolved so quickly, and that was always the way he carried himself. If he was on something, you felt like it was going to get done right. And if he made a mistake, he'd stand up and say he made a mistake, and he'd go on to the next thing. It's just there aren't very many like him, and you know, he's going to be missed.
From police chief to county sheriff, with some politics sprinkled in, Benny Napoleon took on so many different leadership roles.
Yeah, he really did. And it's tough to pin down where he made his biggest impact. But our Rod Maloney has been out talking to people who worked alongside Benny Napoleon in Wayne County to get their thoughts on his legacy.
Sheriff Benny Napoleon held a unique place in Wayne County politics. All you had to do was say the name Benny, and everybody knew who you were talking about. But he had one exceptionally difficult job as jailer. And yet, there are those who will say his legacy goes far beyond that. Former Wayne County Sheriff, now County Executive Warren Evans points out his career mirrored Benny's. They were close friends. And Benny's legacy is that of an esteemed public servant.
He could always wear the two hats. One is he could be a separate elected official, strong in doing what it was he needed to do for the sheriff's office, but he also understood there's a Wayne County executive and there's only one pot of money, and I'm going to try to work with you to get stuff done.
Still, not everything was hearts and flowers for the happy-go-lucky sheriff who regularly wore a broad smile. He had run-ins with the county commission over how he and his staff ran his 4 jails. The commissary was a problem, the overall budget, and even contract letting. County Commissioner Ilona Vargas sparred with him regularly.
I always told him, Benny, I love you. I just can't stand for the things that, we're talking about right now. And he and I had come to a really good place where he was paying more attention to what the commission was really talking about and wanted.
Napoleon worked for years on the new Wayne County Jail, first with Bob Ficano. That didn't go well, and later with Warren Evans. And while Commission Chair Alicia Bell says he would have wanted to be there when the jail opened, there was so much more to his time in one tough job.
But he did it with finesse. He did it with professionalism. He did it with the kind of leadership that we all need in the sheriff's department. Everyone throughout the county loved him, even if we had disagreements.
There is already a move afoot among the county commissioners that something needs to be done to make sure that Benny Napoleon's name and legacy are remembered. Some talk about maybe naming the new jail after him, or even the county executive office building. In Detroit, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
Okay, Rod, thank you. And there are so many people sharing memories and tributes to Sheriff Benny Napoleon. Some are posting wonderful pictures as well. Those are fun to see. And we're doing our best to keep up with them and collect them all online.
If you would like to check it out, just look under the top stories on the homepage of clickondetroit.com.
Well, more frontline workers are receiving their first doses of Pfizer's coronavirus vaccine. The Oakland County Health Department gave its first shots to EMS workers in Waterford. The county received about 1,900 doses yesterday. Vaccinations will continue in the coming days. And as we await the FDA's decision on Moderna's vaccine, there remain questions from many about its safety and impact on the future. Our Paula Tutman sat down with several scientists that studied the strengths and weaknesses of the research from Moderna and Pfizer's vaccine trials. Among the topics covered in this virtual roundtable, what needs to be done next as more people are vaccinated.
If I'm vaccinated tomorrow and then next year this time I'm gathering with my family in North Carolina and I think I'm still immune, but I'm not, and for some reason somebody has virus or I get virus, then I've lost the advantage of being vaccinated and not being susceptible either to disease or susceptible to giving it to somebody else. So I think we absolutely have to follow very closely how long protective immunity lasts from disease.
And you can see the entire hour-long discussion on our website and find out whether all the scientists plan to get the vaccine themselves. Just go to clickondetroit.com in our coronavirus section of the website.
Well, we've done one story after another on the struggle faced by small businesses, especially bars and restaurants during the pandemic. The cold weather has made things even tougher. But as Tim Pamplin shows us, downtown Northville is using a bit of ingenuity to try and help its businesses make it through the winter.
Northville have closed their town centre to vehicular traffic, pedestrians only. As the many eateries down here struggle to stay afloat, the city leaders have been thinking out of the box. And today, it's all paying off.
Big day. Long awaited.
You may recall in the fall we came out here, took the pulse of Northville. How were they faring? They were doing okay then. The sun was shining, no snow on the ground, but there was something in the back of everybody's mind.
It's getting cold and we're Michigan.
So today, Northville's winter plan springs to life. Downtown remains pedestrianised and restaurants allowed to build these semi-permanent outdoor structures,
which they'll utilize to serve outdoors in an open-air environment.
The city have purchased a dozen covered outdoor meeting places.
The structures that we're having delivered today are open to the public. Anyone can use them.
All the brainchild of Northville businessman Manfred Schromm.
The idea was basically a stolen idea from Germany, where I'm from, where they embraced the winter with their Christmas markets. This is a little bit more extended because of COVID, so we're planning on doing this through March, April timeframe.
Each of these pods has free heat and electricity. Downtown Northville turning into a winter wonderland. So back out here as construction continues on the outdoor dining, the community pods are being put in place. That's the scene in downtown Northville this afternoon. Tim Pamplin, Local 4.
Wow, I want to check that out. Meantime, this is not ideal weather for riding bikes outdoors.
It is not, but just try telling that to any of the kids who got to pick out a brand new bike today at one local school. It was a big moment, which for some families is saving Christmas. Kim DiGiulio shows us how this was possible.
For the kindergarten students here at Blackwell Institute Elementary Middle School, these colorful gifts will lead to an early artistic Christmas.
All right, look at my superhero.
This is truly a blessing because, like, for us, we don't have a Christmas this year.
Shatana Holmes lost her job this year, but that doesn't mean her son isn't getting any gifts.
You know, Christmas isn't all about the gifts and everything.
Here we go now.
So
Maximilian is pumped to start riding his brand new bike while wearing his Lego helmet.
Just thank you from the bottom of my heart. Like, you guys are truly the best.
Maximilian, along with his kindergarten classmates at Blackwell Institute, were surprised with these gifts in their cafeteria.
They get to pick their own helmets, they get to pick their own bikes, and they get an art kit and some toys.
I had no idea.
Because of COVID, you know, a lot of people are suffering, and we just want to make sure that the children have what they need.
The early Christmas gifts were provided by a local nonprofit, Color Palette 313, which is all about encouraging art and a healthy lifestyle. Director of Color Palette 313 says picking Blackwell Institute students to donate to was an easy decision.
Since I grew up right around the corner on Cooper, like, these children are probably the grandchildren of the people that I know. It brightens my day, and that's what life is all about, and that's what community is about.
In Detroit,
Hey, Kitty.
I'm Kim DiGiulio, Local 4.
That's Love it. Well, just as the snow is melting, there's more winter weather on the way. Hey, Ben.
Yeah, Kim and Karen, we do have a break from the rain and snow today. Not so much tomorrow as it comes back. Monday, officially, the start of winter. We'll look at how things are going to change, and our chances of a white Christmas actually looking pretty good. More on that ahead.
A young father in Metro Detroit in the final stages of ALS, wanting to leave his son some important dad lessons.
There's a lot of good people in this world.
Yeah, there are.
But finding those lessons didn't come easy, and it came with the help of the hospice, now working with him.